What's up, and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about Love After Lockup. This is season 2, episode 8, and the title of this episode is She Said Yes. So I'm going to start off with Lizzie and Scott. So it's been 2 days since Lizzie's been out of prison, and Lizzie's daughter tells her mom that her mom should be focusing on getting her stuff together, basically. Her daughter also tells the camera crew that she plans on breaking her mom and Scott up. So, we all know that Lizzie's daughter, she is not a fan of Scott. So she doesn't like her mom using Scott for money as well and wants her to be an independent woman. In the next scene, you see Scott takes Lizzie out for a day date, and then he also ends up proposing. Before saying yes, she was kind of like, are you sure we're still getting to know each other? Because I really don't think that she was ready for that either. And I don't really think that she wants to marry him right now either. I think she really does want to take her time, even if that means using him, allowing him to pay for her and take care of her. She's cool with all of that, but she does not want to settle down, I don't think, at this point with Scott. So Lizzie is really second guessing herself, and she still ends up saying yes. She says that she's worried about what her daughter will think, but she does see a future with Scott. Now, if that's true, I really don't know, but hey, that's what the woman said. Moving on, let's get straight into Caitlin and Matt. So Matt, he goes to hang out with some of his friends. Caitlin, she's concerned that he will get into trouble. On the way there, she's a little worried, and she's telling the camera crew she's worried that he might, tap back into some of his old habits. Once he gets to this bar, while playing pool and drinking a couple of beers, Matt says that he's never thought of getting a job. His friends, they want to know his end goal with Caitlin because they're just not used to him claiming anyone. His friends say that they're a little skeptical of Caitlin, and the whole time they're saying that, I'm kind of like, well, at least it's 2 weeks and he hasn't been doing anything he shouldn't be doing. The most thing that was kind of crazy that came out of his mouth was the dining ditch. But, he hasn't done any drugs to land himself back in jail. So she's got to be doing a pretty good job. She's got to be doing okay. So for you guys to be skeptical of him, and he hasn't gotten himself into any trouble, and it's probably been now 2 weeks since he's been out. So when they were talking, I was kind of like, y'all could just be quiet, because you aren't real friends if you can't really see that he's at least doing better than he normally would be doing if he didn't have a girlfriend kind of putting that pressure on him to stay clean, to make right decisions and choices. So in the next scene, you see Caitlin talking with Matt's mother. Now, if you all don't know, Matt's mom has allowed Caitlin and Matt to stay with her. She's been doing the laundry, she's been cooking, probably even financially providing for the both of them, since Caitlin doesn't have a job and neither does Matt. So Matt's mom, she is upset and frustrated with the whole situation, and rightfully so. I feel like she has every right. She's around here acting like a maid, doing grown tail folks, like grown tail, doing grown tail folks laundry. I'm not washing your drawers, you too grown for that. Like, she washing Caitlin's panties and she washing Matt's drawers. His mom, she wants to know how long they're going to be living in the house with her. And Caitlin says that she's not sure if Matt's mother's approach of being hard on Matt is the right thing to do. But I do feel like in his situation, he doesn't like being told what to do. But I do feel like they can encourage him to pursue getting a job, to pursue finding what he loves and what he's passionate about. They can encourage him a little bit more. He's a grown tail man, I understand that, but she chose him. So if you're going to be in his life and you knew what you were getting yourself into, you could at least encourage him. I would say put a little bit more pressure on him to do better, to do more. Next, let's get into the love triangle with Megan, Michael, and Sarah. So Megan prepares to see Michael, and she talks about how she's not afraid of her sexuality and she embraces it, that she just hasn't done anything yet. All while Sarah meets with her friend, and she says that she hasn't seen Michael since their fight earlier that day. Sarah says that her first thought is if Michael is okay, not if he's with anyone. Next, you see Michael arrives at the hotel where Megan's at and brings flowers up to her room, and he says that he's excited to see her. When Michael arrives to the hotel, Megan is waiting on the bed in a silk robe with some heels on, makeup all sweated out, big old glasses on her face. Now, y'all listen, I wear glasses too, but I feel like you trying to be cute, take the glasses off. Like, just take the glasses off. Maybe she could have had some contacts or something. I mean, it was just, I'm not trying to be mean. She looked a mess. And Michael says that Megan stimulates him mentally, But on the other hand, Sarah, she's over there with her friend and drops a bomb that she could possibly be pregnant again. So this is just a whole mess. She doesn't think that he's doing anything wrong. She's more concerned on if he's okay. And my thing is, if you've been in prison all this time and all this time you've been telling me you want to have a family, you want to be with your family and have that family bond, then if you missing for that many hours and you ain't thought to check in on me or your daughter, come on. People got to get a little more smart. That's all I can say on that. So next, Megan and Michael are pretty much ready to go. Michael says that he would have preferred to have had sex with Megan first when he got out of prison. Megan says that, she's not nervous about not being experienced enough for Michael. And they end up kicking the camera crew out. And Michael said that he was going to make Megan explode like a gusher. Now, when he said that, I was no more good. I was like, Michael, okay, just shut up. Because, just be quiet. This is a hot mess. That's all I can say. Moving on, let's talk about Brittany and Marcelino. So Brittany hasn't seen her child in 2 years and is getting ready to see him. Marcelino is tripping about her baby's father. His name is Tito, I believe. So on the way there, Brittany calls Tito to let him know that she's on her way. And Marcelino is being very childish. He's mocking Tito in the background while she's on the phone. And Marcelino has this huge chip on his shoulder. For what? I don't know why. I just don't understand it. He's really making this whole thing about him, and she's really excited just to see her child. So I feel like once they arrived there, he should have already felt real stupid, because when they arrived, Tito had his own woman there. His woman was there. She brought him, but when they were knocking on the door waiting for Tito to answer, he all holding her on her weight. It's too much. Ain't nobody tripping on Brittany like that. And you just overly, trying to prove something that really shows how insecure. You're not secure in your relationship. You must not be, because you're not acting like it. So he was acting very immature, and that was that made me think made me feel some type of way about him. I don't like him, because you don't have to act like that. I feel like Tito shut him down real quick, because Marcelino tried to get into about his stepfather, how his stepfather treated him. And I'm thinking, you keep bringing that up. Do you need to go to counseling and get that worked out? Because you could tell there's some anger, there's some frustration there, because his stepfather did not treat him how he felt he should have treated him. So I feel like that's something he need to go get closure on, because he keep bringing it up and spewing it over into Brittany's situation. And I honestly think that Brittany's situation with Tito is going to be a good co-parenting vibe. I don't think she's going to have any troubles with Tito. So Tito, his girlfriend, and Brittany, they all come to an agreement concerning her son. Tito just wants Brittany to stay clean, stay out of trouble, and he said he would never withhold her son from her. After they talked, it was so sad, because Brittany was getting ready to leave and her son started crying, and he didn't want his mommy to go. That little boy knows his mom, and it was so beautiful to see that even though she's been locked up for for a long time, her son still knew his mom, and he loved on her, and it was just a really sweet and beautiful moment. It was heartwarming. So in the next scene, you see Brittany. She goes wedding dress shopping, and she decides to bring along her friend Sasha and her ex-girlfriend Amanda, which is the bunk buddy from prison. So during the fitting, Amanda slips into a wedding dress and comes out thinking that she was going to shift Brittany's decision. And Brittany just seemed very, very confused. While Brittany was trying on dresses, you could see Amanda in the background. She wasn't smiling. She didn't seem genuinely happy. Sasha was more like, oh, this looks gorgeous on you, but I'd like to see you in another. She was more there for her. So I feel like that was a mistake. Brittany said that she brought Amanda along because she felt like since they had a relationship before, that she would be able to look at her and in that way romantically and tell her the right type of dress to pick. But I think that was a bad mistake. Like, that was a bad mistake. She should have just allowed Sasha to come and not done that, invited Amanda. So next, let's talk about Clint and Tracie. So Tracie took Clint's rental car plus $100 plus his phone. But what cracked me up was when Clint said she didn't take her wedding ring, which means a lot. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that means she don't want to be with you. That means she going to get her fix and she giving you a wedding ring back because she ain't really trying to be with you like that. He thought since she left the wedding ring that was like she was being courteous or generous or kind or doing a kind gesture by doing that. And it's like, she don't want to be with you. That's what it means. She took all your other stuff and left that ring. I think it's a little bit of a chemical imbalance with him too. Like, he used to probably do some drugs back in the day too, and so he a little off. And I'm just keeping it real. That's what I think. I get a little bit of a slowness because, like I said in my other recap, I feel like this is not a man we talking to. I feel like he reverts into like a little 5-year-old. So Clint has called the rental car company to let them know that the car was stolen. And he says that he won't be pressing charges because he still wants to be with Tracie. So Clint calls his own phone. Now, this is the phone that Tracie done stole. Called his phone, and even though the phone is off, okay, the phone is not even working, he still calls it and leaves a message. And he's like, baby, just call me back. I gotta call the people, and you know, I gotta press charge. I'm not gonna press charges, but just come back to me and all this stuff. Like, it's just pathetic. So moving on, it's been about 10 hours and he heads back home, gets on a flight by himself, and it's been 10 hours and Tracie is still missing. But Clint says that he'll never give up on Tracie. He's never given up, y'all. So I need to know your guys' thoughts on this episode. This was season 2, episode 8. She Said Yes of Love After Lockup. You guys comment down below and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Give this video a big thumbs up and share this video with a friend who also loves Love After Lockup. Subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so you'll be notified on the next time I make an upload. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.